ladies and gentlemen, here is a recap of today's lesson on creating your own pop art. Now, here is the requirements for this assignment. This is attached to your assignment in Google Classroom. You must use 2 pictures. Now, that's up to you if you want to do 2 of the same or 2 different pictures. That's your choice. But you do need to use 2 different color schemes. Your choice is hot, cold, complementary, or analogous. That's worth 50 points. You must use those color schemes correctly. That's worth 25 points. And of course, neatness and following directions do count. That's worth 25 points for a total of 100 points that are possible for this assignment. And of course, you can complete this using traditional art tools, or if you want to do it digitally, that is also up to you. Now, I'm just going to walk you through the steps on how to do this both digitally and on paper. So here we go. First thing I did was I went on over here to the Google and I typed in sneakers coloring pages. Now, you type in whatever you want. You want to do an Among Us, that's fine. Just follow it with the word coloring pages. Now, once you find the image that you're looking for, you need to right-click on the image, and then you're going to go down here to where it says Save Image As, and that will allow you to save that image to whatever device you're working on. Now, if you're doing this here in Sketchpad, here are my examples from earlier today in class. You can put 2 of those images on there and color them right in, but I am going to first get rid of these and show you how to upload your image to Sketchpad. So if you're using Sketchpad, you're going to use that clip art smiley face and you're going to load your own image. I have mine saved as Converse, so there we go. There's one, and of course, going to do the same thing. Oops, I clicked the wrong button. There is the second one. Okay, and you can resize them to fit on your page so that they don't fall off. Alrighty, I can make this guy a little bigger. All right, so now you're going to choose your color schemes. And to remind you of your color schemes, here we go. You've got hot colors, you've got cold colors, you've got complementary colors, and analogous colors. Those are your color schemes that you can choose from. Hot colors are your reds all the way around to chartreuse. Cold colors are from magenta all the way around to green. Complementary colors, those were our opposite colors. Remember, you draw a straight line from one to the other, and those will give you your complements. And yes, you can even use those tertiary colors. So even from magenta on down to chartreuse, yes, you can use those as complementary colors. Analogous colors were those colors that were 3 colors right next to each other. I like to pick purple, magenta, and red, but of course you would have to choose which ones are your favorites. Okay, so here I am back in Sketchpad. Of course, I'm going to select the image I'm going to color, and I'm going to use the pixel fill. Right here it should say pixel fill to fill in your image. So first one's going to be cold colors. I'm going to do greens, blues, and purples. And yes, don't forget, there's all different choices for you to choose from. You've got linear blends, you've got radial blends, and of course you have the cool patterns that you can use as well. So you got lots of different choices to choose from in Sketchpad, and you can do all of your work right in here in one spot. You can even work on the second one. I'm going to do hot colors down the bottom. Your choice on patterns or solid colors, that is going to be up to you. And yes, you do have to fill the whole thing in. Don't just, cheese out on me and not do the whole thing. I'm just trying to get through this quickly so that I can show you everything I need to show you. Now, when you're finished, of course, I'm not finished, but when you're finished, come all the way down to the bottom here with that little piece of paper with the corner notched off. Make sure you export as a PDF or as a JPEG so that you can attach it to the assignment in Google Classroom. Do not give me the link from up top. Do not use this. Don't use that up there. You got to save it in order for me to see your work. Alrighty, gonna pull up my demo cam. Here it comes. There's my demo cam, and of course there's my trusty pack of 12 color pencils that I used in class today. And of course, if you want to do this on paper and you want to draw your own images, feel free to do so. I took a little bit of a shortcut today and I printed out some sneakers off the internet. Of course, if you're not so particularly artistic and would like to print and color, I totally accept that as well, and I will encourage that too. But again, you want to draw your own pictures, I also support that as well. So I'm doing this one in complementary colors, and some of the things that I showed you today during class, yes, you can just color this in with your basic flat colors, but you know what? That's kind of boring. So let's make it a little more exciting by adding some different colors to my purple. I showed you here that I was using a little bit of blue to make more of an indigo purple. So I'm just coloring some blue over the top of my purple, and it also allows it to look like it's shaded a little bit rather than just kind of colored in with just a flat color purple. Now, because I'm also using purple up here, I wanted it to look a little more darker and burgundy. So with that, I used my, and yes, this is a red color pencil. I don't know why my camera is making it look a little orange, but yes, you can mix a little red in with your purple as well. Now, for your yellow parts, you can use a couple colors to mix in with yellow. What works well with yellow is a little brown or orange, and right along the side here, you can see where I've added a little bit of that orange, maybe under the shoelaces and along the edges to make it look a little bit more shaded, a little more interesting. And then same thing up here along the tongue under the laces. Just a little bit of brown, which will give it a little more of a golden color, even down here around the toe of my sneaker, just to give it a little bit of a shaded look, a little bit more of a golden color, so that it doesn't look just like that really plain flat yellow that you might get with when you're coloring with other, just the plain yellow. And of course, if you do have other colors in your colored pencil box, you can mix them in. So if you're doing different complementary colors, think about what colors might go with the colors you're using so that you can use that for shading. All right, now, if you're doing your work on paper, make sure you snap a photo of both of your drawings, and you're going to attach those pictures to the assignment in Google Classroom and then hit submit when you are done. So once again, let me review. 2 pictures using 2 different color schemes. Your choice on the color scheme, hot, cold, complementary, or analogous. Use those color schemes correctly. Neatness and following directions do count, and that is for a total possible 100 points. For those of you who weren't able to either keep up because I went too fast or you had some internet issues, or even if you just need to rewind and replay, I do hope this helps you out. Have a great and wonderful rest of your day.